fire, gang. So we're heading out to the woods today. We're just gonna go hang out for a little bit. We're not gonna do anything spectacular. We might go look for animal sign a little bit, see what's going on, see if the wolves are around, see if the rabbits are moving. Just in general, go check things out a little bit. But one of the things we are gonna do is we're gonna set up the tarp. Remember, we made that tarp with the sidewalls and the front drop tarp, the front drop wall, I guess you could say. We'll put a stove jack in this thing. So we're gonna go set that up, set the stove up, have a little bit of a fire, maybe make some lunch, and just kind of hang out. So I'll bring you back once we get out there and start getting set up. Alrighty, gang. So we're out here. It's a little chillier out right now, but we're gonna go ahead, get the tarp set up, get the stove set up, get ourselves warmed up, hopefully, get some dinner going. Well, lunch. Alright, guys. Well, let's get busy. Alright, gang. That's the basic setup. Now we can roll this up, which we're going to do. Actually, we could do a couple things with this. We have more stakes, or we could have a big eave. Or we can have it down. One thing I can tell you guys, my fingers get really cold. I still got to get the back anchored up, and I'll show you that when I'm done. Alright, I think I'm digging that, guys. I think I'm digging that completely, yeah. Not so bad. I guess our next step is to get a fire going, eh? See if we can get our fingers warmed up. Alright, gang. So we finally got the stove going. It popped me a little bit, but not too bad. Obviously it's not warmed up in here yet, but that's, the front tarp is not down yet. Still wide open. So we still need to take care of that problem. Not that that's really a problem, but I want to go ahead and figure a way for grommets, or need to come up with a way to tie these sides down. So I think that's going to be my next little project here while the stove is doing its thing. So let's go ahead and work on something. Do a project. And that's the whole thing. Don't know how this is going to work out until you actually use it, right? So, yeah, here we are. Giving her a whirl. All right, guys. So we got some rope set up on the grommet so I can close off the front. Take a look here. We got that set. Now I got the thermometer, grabbed it from the truck. I got one end over by the truck. We got one in here. So we're going to see what happens to the temperature. But by having the sides all closed off, got no some of the wind that's helping, and there is some heat coming off the stove. Not a lot at this point. You still see the breath in here, so it's still chilly, but my hands aren't cold, so it's definitely improving in here. One of the things I wanted to share with you guys, so I don't know how good that's picking up, the Alaska's Wolfman. The 1915 to 1955 Wilderness Adventures of Frank, I'm going to say it's Glaser. Glaser. Right there. So, anyways, I've been reading this book. It is an interesting book. So this guy went up to Alaska, and you want to talk about a true outdoorsman, true survivalist. In today's world, you know, we have those of us who like to go camping. We have channels with good bushcraft stuff and teaching us some basic structures and survival. But nothing, today's people, and this is not ripping on anybody. I mean, I like hunting, I like camping, I've grown up trapping. I mean, I've lived a really active outdoor life. My mom and dad, when I was growing up, we had huge gardens. We canned all our own vegetables and whatnot. But even that doesn't compare to what these guys had to do to survive. His book is so interesting. He went up to Alaska. He had to build cabins on his own. He's miles and miles and miles from anything. Back when he was in Alaska, when he got to Alaska, Fairbanks had like a population of maybe 3,000. I think it might have even been less than that. There were no roads at all. Sled dogs were the way you got around. In fact, he was paid to hunt animals for food when the road started being built up there for the road commission workers. So this guy was very tough guy. And you talk about survival when you have to live out in the wilderness and you're literally hunting for your food. It's just amazing, just amazing. But if you want a good read, this guy, I'm not all the way through it. He's already been through frozen rivers twice, almost drowned literally twice. Then he talks about what he had to do to get warmed up, and because he was soaking wet and negative. I think one of the times was negative temperatures, and the other time was just above freezing. So yeah, it's just an amazing story. But I'll read it back a little bit just so you can get an idea. But I think any of us who really enjoy getting outdoors and enjoy survival, enjoy bushcraft, and we think we know what we're doing, and we think we're skilled. You know, there is nobody, and I don't care how good you think you are. There's nobody in today's world who can do what this guy did, and many of the guys of that era. So check this out. Between 1915 and 1955, adventure-seeking Frank Glacier, a later-day far north mountain man, trekked across wilderness Alaska on foot, by wolf dog team, and eventually by airplane. In his career, he was a market hunter, trapper, roadhouse owner, professional dog team musher, and a federal predator agent. A naturalist at heart, he learned from personal observation and life secrets of the moose, caribou, foxes, wolverine, mountain sheep, grizzly bears, and wolves, especially wolves. A crack shot, self-sufficient, and wilderness-wise, Glacier not only survived, but prospered in the far lonely places. Almost always alone, he survived many encounters with charging grizzly bears, some of which he had to shoot to keep from being mauled. He knew how to cope with 50 and 60 below temperatures, and more than once he plunged through the river ice in extreme cold and survived only because of his woods know-how. Frank Glacier was a legend in his own time, respected and admired for his skills as a woodman and a hunter by fellow sourdoughs, and by his name, and by his many Eskimo friends. Yeah, this guy will make any of us guys who think we're survivalists and think we're tough, and like I said, we've got some great channels, and I've learned a ton from some of these channels. But when it comes to true survival, we are nothing compared to what the guys used to be back in the day. Them guys were truly, truly tough. But anyways, you should check that book out. I've been enjoying reading it. I'm on page 173 of 300 something. I've just been super enjoying this book because I do want to cook. I do want to cook some grub. But I wanted to take a walk as well. So maybe we'll go for a little walk. Soak the stove up, and we'll take a little walk in the woods. What do you think of that? I think it's a pretty good idea. Alright, guys. We'll take a walk. Oh, there's some coyote tracks right here. I think them are coyote. Could possibly be. Oh, that's coyote for sure. He took off in the swamp that way. We're not going to take a long walk, guys. We're just going to take a quick hop, skip, and a jump here. Last time I was out here, there's some partridge back up in there. I'm kind of wanting to see what the rabbit sign looks like back here. See if there's any rabbit activity. One reason I want to do that is our local community club is having a rabbit hunt coming up here at the end of the month. My dad and a couple of his friends, I don't know, my dad, he's got really bad heart issues going on as well. I don't imagine he'll be out. I have a lack of energy, but I look like I could run a marathon in comparison. He actually had a heart attack and died while driving last summer. And he ended up in the hospital. And I too, that was at the same time when I ended up in the hospital. So, but he was literally dead for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. They did not think he was going to survive. And thank goodness he did. But of course, that had raised havoc on him, so he gets pretty tired pretty quick, like really quick. But the last time we had snow, I had seen a lot of rabbit tracks down here. But I've already passed the areas where I was seeing them before, and I haven't seen a single rabbit track. So yeah, I was seeing plenty of rabbit sign here last time took a walk back here. I'm gonna go this way, kind of circling the swamp. I said I'm not gonna go too far, but we'll see if we can see any rabbits. Not seeing nothing. Huh. Where are they at? Oh, my fingers are getting cold, guys. There ain't a single track out here. Where did the rabbits go? One thing with, and I think it's because of my congestive heart failure, my extremities get so cold. Kind of frustrating. All right. Coming out of the woods here. And there's the setup right there. No smoke coming out of the chimney, just it looks like just heat, so she's gonna be warmer, I'm guessing. All right, we're gonna go inside, go warm up. All right, guys. It is heating up in here. It's saying 29.1 degrees outside, 43.7. Pretty much at seat level because I got it up on this bag over here. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think what we're gonna do, we're gonna start working on some food. Now I'm hungry. Ooh, I'm gonna end up taking off this sweater or this jacket. It's warmed up considerably. Wow, it is warming up in here. I gotta pick up some butter on the way. Of course, I've got the unsalted butter. Pretty funny, not that long ago, Woody from Endless Weekends was teasing me on his channel about no seasoning. Well, here's one of the ways I have no seasoning. Oh, both my wife and I, we laughed when he made the comment about seasoning on that one video of his. Whoa. So throw some butter in there. So we're gonna cook up some potatoes. I pre-cut my potatoes and my onion at home, so I won't have to do it out here. So we're gonna cook up some potato, cook up some onion. Oh, dampen this down a little bit. I don't want that to cook too fast. I want to slow cook them potatoes. Man, the stove is working out really nice. I cannot believe how wonderfully warm it is in here. Saying 28.6 degrees outside and 47.5 currently in here at about waist level. Sure, up higher it's warmer. It keeps warming up. I'm gonna have to take my jacket off. Woody, I got some Mrs. Dash. Sodium free. So I can put a little bit of life to my food. Become a staple for me. With my heart condition, you cannot have sodium, or very, very, very limited sodium. Them taters are about done, guys. It was a fun project building this shelter, this tarp shelter. And this thing is working out nice. Well, guys, this thing is showing, I don't know if you can see it on the camera or not, 57.5 degrees outside, 52.9 over here. Take a look at that. Oh, there we go. There we go, guys. Have some potatoes straight away. Oh, oh yeah. That's wonderful. That is wonderful. Enjoy. I gotta take that out. Oh, guys, let me tell you, that is fabulous. Not to brag, but that's good. Oh my God. Once we get done eating, we're gonna tear down camp, call it a day. It was just a fun, quick little adventure. Opportunity to get out in the woods, try out our hot tarp. That's what I think I'm gonna call it, the hot tarp. So I don't know exactly how much I got into this setup. I don't reckon very much. This tarp here, I say I bought at a Tractor Supply, no, Harbor Freight in Wisconsin one time. The semi truck was broke down. Be in the shop for a couple days, so I rented a car. Went and picked up a tarp. Went out in the woods and actually went to a campground and had a camp out with that tarp. So that tarp I bought 2 or 3 years ago. The blue tarp, I have no idea. I mean, you could easily have 2 guys sit up sleeping, maybe even 3. There's lots of room. Lots of room. But for this setup, this is unreal. I really, really like this. Oh, that was wonderful. All right, gang. Well, we got done eating. That was a wonderful meal. Now, I gotta start tearing camp down. This has been a really, really nice day, guys. Drove out here, got set up, got the fire going, went for a little walk, came back, was very warm inside, warmed up my cold hands, and made dinner. The wind's blowing outside. It's cold. Let's see here. Let's take one more. If I can find the thing. 26 degrees outside. 45 degrees at the ground in here. So it's warmer, obviously, up here because I had it down here. I had it in my bag down on the ground. So, what a wonderful day. An absolutely wonderful day. And his tarp has worked out well. But it's definitely fun hanging out with you guys. It's always fun to get outside, enjoy nature. Just get outside and have fun. Man, I'm enjoying this. Stove worked well. The tarp hot tent worked well. Keeping me warm, even though it's windy and cold outside. I really enjoy you guys coming along on these adventures with me. Remember, like and subscribe. Absolutely free to do that. Helps the channel out, grows the channel, gives the opportunity for other people to see what's going on. And I really, really just enjoy spending this time with you guys. So